Life is good here in the Lowcountry, and one medical provider is working very hard to make sure that it stays that way. St. Joseph's Candler has been providing advanced medical care to citizens of the Lowcountry for decades. Known for their highly skilled medical personnel, their commitment to breakthrough treatments and state-of-the-art technology, St. Joseph's Candler offers a wide variety of programs and services to treat illness and promote wellness to all of the citizens of all of the communities it serves. Today, we're taking an inside look of one of the many ways that St. Joseph's Candler is improving the health and well-being of the region. This is Living Smart in the Lowcountry. Today we're at St. Joseph's Candler's Bluffton campus in Buckwalter Place. We're going to get an inside look of this gorgeous new building. We're going to talk about services currently offered here, and we're going to talk about plans for the future of this medical campus. Welcome back in. We're joined now by Greg Menke, and he's the Director of Property and Construction. Thank you for having us here today.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Amazing campus. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. St. Joseph's Candler, of course, is known for its commitment to the communities that it serves. And the Bluffton campus is, really highlighting that in the commitment that has been demonstrated in the design and the construction of this facility. So tell us how that ties in.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So, when we first envisioned this project, it was all about the patient and how do we create an environment conducive to really good high patient care. And so we began with the end in mind, meaning how do we design this building? How do we actually place it on the site? So we ended up with a 40,000 square foot building that fits in perfectly with the local environment and the local, the city of Bluffton with its access point right in the middle of everything with the conveniences that are around us. And we created 2 vaults, which are something that people don't see, but it contains, almost 1,400 cubic yards of concrete. That's 5.6 million pounds to give you an idea of what kind of volume that looks like. But in addition to that, it was really about the aesthetics of the building and how do we create that entry point for the patient? Because it's so critical. We have 4 water features. Lowcountry, you envision water, you really nice, beautiful green spaces, and then we have local artists. And so you incorporate all that in there to really orient the patient to have a very calm, very serene environment when they enter a building because, they're here for very personal, very, activities, and we really want to create that environment for them to be very conducive to healing.
Well, you've done an excellent job with that. In fact, I noticed that walking in, just that calm feeling. There was a water feature right there at the entrance.
Yes.
I want to spend a little time too talking about this location. And you mentioned it a little bit about, some of the convenience of where we are, but touch on that a little bit more. What was the reason behind building here at Buckwalter Place?
Yeah, well, I think the key reason was City of Bluffton, first of all. They were great partners to work with. And they had this concept and the developer access points over 2 major roads to really create an environment and in an area that has very rapid growth. Families, children, elderly population, retirees, it's just a perfect combination for us to place a facility for easy access because at the end of the day, patients want health care where they live.
Absolutely.
And we wanted to provide that environment for them and give them the services that they need.
Yeah, and a great spot to do that. And, when you're walking through this space, it's very obvious that there's a lot of thought that went into all the design elements. You touched on a couple of them, the water features, the artwork. There's a couple more too, some of the glass pieces and a chapel. Tell us about that.
Yeah, thank you. So not only did we look at how we designed the building for the actual staff and the patient usage, but the environment. So the local artist was shot by John Alexander, specific for us. A chapel, we have 3 very unique pieces in the chapel. One is the dove, which is a It resembles the Bernini dove, so we have that in there. We have a Sisters of Mercy cross. Sisters of Mercy have been active in this community since 1845, and so we wanted to make sure we had a demonstration of their commitment. And then the last was a special stained glass piece that we created in a chapel from 1913 material that was actually created for the first St. Joseph Hospital in downtown Savannah. And so we had a local artist craft that. And so it's really bringing all those elements in there to create this environment for you walk through the facility, there's local art to look at, there's glass to look at, there's water features that create that calming feeling and environment. So it was really all very intentional and all directed towards the patient.
And that is a great way to wrap this segment, because the design, the feel of this building is really focused on patients and patient care. And we're going to talk more after the break, in fact, about the clinical services that are offered. But thank you for sharing a little bit about what went into this
My
great
pleasure.
space.
Thank
Nice to
you.
see you. And we'll be back after this break. We hope you'll stick around.